Well, hello friends, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone. Before we hop into the games, I just want to show the fact that we did end up at rank 4 last season, which interestingly this season puts us in the top 1% of our ranked player base, which is interesting because last season we also made it to rank 4, and that last season said top 4%, and it's interesting because I was reading some people talking online who were saying it's so much easier to reach Legend now, and Legend doesn't mean as much because of the rank floors. But if we achieve the same rank this season as last season, and now we're in the top 1%, I'm going to go ahead and think that many more proportional people started playing Hearthstone, or at least came back to Hearthstone, in order to put us in the top 1% as opposed to the top 4%. So that's just a little interesting thing that I noticed, and we got our card back, and we got a whole bunch of dust. And that's going to be all we see from here, and then we're going to hop into the games right now. Well, hello again as we decide to go ahead and kick off this season with some Dragon Priest. And this is a slightly modified deck list, and I will talk about it briefly and why some of the choices exist here. We go ahead and get a pretty good Discover to start our game. Now, the issue is Bookworm is probably decent enough against Mage, to be honest with you, but I think we're going to take Twilight Drake simply to kind of help us curve out, which I think is one of the really, really strong points of all Dragon Priest, which is what we kind of learned from the Mean Streets of Gadgetstan meta. Now, I think we are somewhat favored, actually, in this matchup, simply because we have the ability to heal from our opponent's burn, which is what we expect our opponent to be doing here. And this is also really good. The Glimmer Root, assuming we get it. Ooh, now this is, I mean, Frostbolt's in every single deck, right? Cabal's actually in some of those decks as well. So the interesting thing here is we're going to have a pretty big Twilight Drake, which is going to be a problem for our opponent to deal with. And then if we do top deck a Draco OP, that's excellent, obviously. And one of the real reasons why we play this deck is because of this Draco OP right here. Draconoid Operative is just an excellent, excellent card. If this is Mirror Entities, we're going to be really, really sad. Huh. So I'm honestly tempted to play Radiant Elemental and lose that value, because we don't really know yet if this is Burn or if this is a Secret Mage. I guess Arcanologist could be in a... And to be honest with you, if this is... Okay. And I still think that was the right move here. Simply because... And I'm tempted to do the draw here. I'm tempted to do the draw. You know what? That's obviously it's not great, but it's better that it went here now than somewhat later. So I'm okay with that move. We know it is a secret and semi-secret, semi-burn mage. We'll kind of, and to be honest with you, they're kind of one and the same at the end of the day. So that's also okay. And let's see, was this discovered or this was just played, right? Volcanic Potion, trying to clear off the board a little. So this play obviously slows us down because we're forced to heal, but we have a very, very good follow-up anyways, so I'm okay with this. Ooh, Deathwing, Nosdormu, or Malagos. I think we can try and do Malagos Frostbolt shenanigans. Or do we go for Nas for the hilarious play? And we're going to go Malagos. And then we are going to heal, and we'll trade in here. And obviously, the Glimmer Root still can get taken out, and that's okay, I guess, if it happens. And then the good thing here is the fact that we've continued to maintain a large hand size, I'm going to say board size, so that we can then play our Twilight Drake reasonably large. But instead, we're going to go ahead and steal that, I think. Uh-oh, don't get too big. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now we can't steal it anymore. And now we're forced to trade in with the 3-2. So a couple things about this deck. We really... Not cool, man. Not cool. But that's okay. We're still able to do this. So let me talk about the deck real quick. Potion of Madness is basically our anti-aggro. If you hit this on some of the early game hunters, specifically Kindly Grandmother, you basically win. Our Dragon package is incredibly small with the Netherspite Historians, which we've already seen. It is only one now. I've been flip-flopping back and forth between 1 or 2 Twilight Drakes. 1 Primordial Drake, and then 2 Draconoid OPs. And then, of course, whatever we get discovered. We will go ahead and do this. We will take that one out. And then we get some more flexible removal there with our nice, thanks to our Curious Glimmer Root. We, of course, are using the Priest removal. In the... Oh, this is just really scary now, isn't it? So we have some options once again. We can just go ahead and steal this. And then basically just see what our opponent does. Although there's a good chance we just get hit with a Flame Strike. Although I'm not sure what else we could steal that's going to be very excellent. Other than a Mana Worm, to be honest. And now the issue is if this gets, again, if this gets Mirror Entitied, we would be in a little bit of trouble. So I guess we'll do it this way. If this gets hit with Mirror Entity, not the end of the world. And then we'll heal up. And we're not going to attack because one of these honestly might be Vaporized. I'm expecting these will be eventually Ice Block. One of them must be Ice Block. Although a good card, a good secret that a lot of these Secret Mages have been running is Mana Bind because it's the new one. Mana Bind. Oh. You are on fire. Interesting. Interesting. So because now we know that this is not going to be a steal from our opponent, I am tempted to just go ahead and take this. Then I will honestly Hero Power Pass because I'm not willing to attack in and lose this to Vaporize. Obviously, there is a chance that these are just like Ice Block, Ice Barrier, and it doesn't really matter. Counterspell gets played. We already saw one Spellbender, so we know there's all sorts of crazy stuff that might happen. This is unfortunate because we have no real weapon removal. And when I say no real weapon removal, I mean none at all. Let's try and death. Oh. That's actually kind of worse. It costs 0, so do we want to give up Draconoid OP right now for nothing? Hold on, let's test this as well. No Ice Block. Or Ice Barrier, I should say, actually. Well, this costs 0, actually, so maybe if our opponent does that, that's okay. And the dragon's activated. Flame Strike, Polymorph. Let's go... let's go Polymorph. We'll be able to take out something big. And hopefully if our opponent doesn't realize how Atiesh works, then perhaps we can get a nice 0 mana spell on the board. Or 0 mana minion on the board. Okay. Here we go. That's a big 0. Right? Yeah, Wisp. Oh, that's pretty scary. Followed up with a pretty scary one. Oh my goodness. Excellent. Excellent for us. 6/6. Maybe that's worth a Polymorph. Options. We could Dragonfire Potion and clear the board, knowing that we have a second Dragonfire potion. And I think that's honestly probably the best thing. I'd love to drop Malagos and go face, but I think I'm too scared at this point. Like, I'd love to just throw down Malagos and say, yeah, let's go, buddy, but... Or maybe actually Drake is better. We can Drake and then clear the board, and we still have enough health. Well, let's see, 6 plus... Do we just sack this off? And then this takes 2 plus 3, that'll be 5, and we can heal it back up. So then we'll have 2 pretty big minions on board for our opponent to have to deal with, right? And then we can still Drac OP later. And then we get a clear board with some minions. So that's, I think, what we're going to go ahead and do. Maybe silly, maybe took us a little while. I will attack in here, or do we want to pain this? We'll pain this. Save the health. Maybe. Maybe we should have saved the removal. That was silly. I take that back. I should not have done it that way. Oh, Pyroblast. Terrifying. But we have a good answer for this one right now. 7/7's not even the end of the world. Very not the end of the world. So we're going to go ahead and discover first. Oh, none of these are really good. I guess I'll take a Flame Strike right now. The only thing is our opponent has not played a lot of... We're never going to get Secrets. I guess we're taking Flame Strike. Our opponent has really not played a lot of removal. Or burn, I should say. And the reason why I use... Oh, just to clarify here. The reason why I use Death here is because Polymorph is more flexible. So let's say there's some crazy 4 something attack minion. I don't even know what off the top of my head. Let's say they have a Ysera or something, right? Polymorph is going to be able to deal with that. Whereas, you know, our Shadow or Death wouldn't be able to. So that's why I did it that way, just to clarify. Ooh, okay. So I cannot afford a Malagos here. That's for sure. I don't even think I can afford a Lyra. Because there's a good chance these are counter spells, mana binds, mirror entities. I can't afford to give any of these minions away. We'll go ahead and do this and pass, unfortunately. That's one of the things with this deck, and I know I have posted only one other game, actually. I kind of fell in love with the Elemental Shaman, in case you couldn't tell, from this past season, from the first season there of Ungoro. Another Pyro. Oh my goodness, did we just win? If we get any sort of minions, we'll be okay here. Really? Oh no. Okay, we're okay though. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. So these are probably, there's going to probably be mana binds and things like that. I got to save my removal. I don't want to... There's going to be lots of things going on still. I mean, we haven't won, obviously. Yeah, attack, that's fine. We did just play a minion, though, so we can now afford Malagos. The only issue is, of course, obviously, we're incredibly sad if one of these is Vaporize. That would be awful. Oh, and a good polymorph. Good polymorph by the opponent here. But that's completely okay. I think at this point we just really have more healing than our opponent has. Oh, and we cannot afford to give our opponent one of these now, can we? We could give him a Flame Strike, though, right? Like a mana bound Flame Strike is really not the end of the world. And if we do that, then we know we can play Lyra and just start going crazy shenanigans ourselves, right? Although I think we want to save this for at least to basically guarantee a win. Maybe this is okay. Because we have so much AoE, like who cares? Wow. I don't even know what to think anymore. Do I play this just for tempo? I think we play this for tempo because we have enough health. We still have more Priest of the Feast and spells here. So these are... One of these has to be Ice Block. I'm betting on it. And there could be another Ice Barrier, right? 2 Ice Barrier makes sense in Secret Mage. Yeah, this gets taken out. That's fine. That's basically a reasonable. I probably would have thrown down the Shadow Vision just to start generating random stuff. That was fun. This deck is fun. Let's keep going. Okay. And we now run into the Priest Mirror, which I don't know why, but for whatever reason, historically, I have not liked mirror matchups, no matter what deck I'm playing. I feel like, oh, okay, so our opponent is probably playing some form of the anti-aggro Dragon Priest, or just completely the anti-aggro version here. We're going to go ahead and hope we don't get milled like crazy right now. I feel like this is the best thing to do, even though our opponent could potentially do ridiculous pyro, low-cost spell things. Oh, this is actually a very good result now, isn't it? Especially if our opponent misses, which is not something you can count on. We're playing a relatively standard, reasonable deck. Although we do have some dragons that maybe our opponent wouldn't expect. Ah, and they got it. Good for them. That's okay. We are going to go ahead and... Oh, do we want to double heal or no? Or do we want to not worry about dying completely? I'm going to go ahead and attack the 3-2. Just because I feel like there can be way more shenanigans if the 3-2 survives. Now, the only issue is, do we want to double draw or not? And I'm going to go with not. Oh, or do we? I kind of want to, though. We have one dragon in hand. I really want that active, but this is still better. Radiant Elemental, that's okay now. And you know what? Radiant Elemental, I think a lot of this season, I'm going to be playtesting a whole bunch of different Dragon Priest decks, or at least I should say Priest decks, period. And one of the reasons why I kind of want to be doing that is I feel like I really neglected this deck archetype overall. And, you know, that's just something I don't want to be... Oh, here we go. Glimmerroot versus Glimmerroot, am I right? Actually, this puts us in a horrible spot, doesn't it? This really does, because our opponent's going to be able to heal, attack in... maybe not. We'll see. Oh my. Okay, my money's on Shadow Madness. But it could also be Cabal Courier. It's not going to be Mind Blast. I'm guessing that this is the deck type that I think Amaz has played before. Ooh, big, 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 big. Okay, so this is going face. Okay, so yeah, this is the type of more... This is really a control. Having seen the Wild Pyro already. Oh! Like, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, Reno, or I guess I should say now Kazakus. That's totally fine. Oh, we could almost kill this, can't we? Can we? 3? Do we just drop a 5/6? Do we drop a 5/6 knowing that our opponent only has one Shadow Word Death? Like this, I think this Shadow Madness is going to be crazy later on. We could Radiant Elemental into Power Word Shield. I don't know how much more I really want to commit to this, knowing that our opponent's going to be able to do crazy things. And honestly, dropping a naked 5/6 might be okay right now. Especially because next turn we'll be able to steal whatever gets played that is small. And our opponent's deck will probably run Radiant Elementals. Oh, this is unfortunate. Or do we want to do this? Do we want to draw or play the 5/6? I don't think we're... Oh! I didn't want to do that. That was a slip. That was an oops. I was about to say I don't want to rush it because we know we have the Dragonfire potions, which our opponent probably isn't playing. The only thing we really need to worry about here with our opponent, I mean, a Holy Nova is not that bad. Oh, there's that Shadow Madness. This is pretty bad for us now, isn't it? Oh, heal and then attack. And that's really good for our opponent. Good for them. So they've kept up with draw now, which is okay. Like, I'm not really that bothered by that. And here we go. We're going to steal our Radiant Elemental, which is okay. It doesn't really do much for us. Actually, it does. It enables one Power Word Shield. And we'll only play one right now because I'm going to have to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely saving the Draconoid OP now is definitely a little more sad. This is okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we can still punch through this. Okay. Oh, we can do so many cool things now, can't we? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do cool things. That's what this deck is all about, right? Is there any way we can kill this on our side? I know we can kill this. This is easy one. This is an easy one to steal. No, we can't do it, can we? I mean, we could steal it and then attack in Dragonfire Potion, but I think that's a little overkill, to be honest with you. I think simply stealing this one, or do we use the more expensive one? No, let's keep the 3 attack. 3 attack could be useful. So unfortunately, there's no way to kill both, but that's okay. So I think we'll Nether Spite Historian first, just to make sure that Drac OP is going to get activated. Oh, Bookworm would have been pretty juicy right now. But we are going to go with Malagos, because Priest can't deal with that. Oh, this was a mistake now, wasn't it? That's okay. Actually, this becomes a 2/4. I'm okay with that now, aren't I? That's probably the best result, right? Can't kill it, but that's okay. Now the question is, do we want to heal this, or do we want to play Drac OP? I think I'm going to go to heal and say go. The issue is, of course, this 3/4 gets buffed nicely, and the issue is now Cabal Shadow Priest gets into Shadow Word Death range. And that's okay. That's our opponent's only Shadow Word Death, and we have a nice big Drac OP to drop next turn. And yes, our opponent gets some value trades here. Oh, interesting. Interesting. We can now do both. We can do a Shadow Madness into Drac OP. So we can kill this one off, which would be cool. It's something. I don't know if it's actually good, to be honest with you, but I think it's okay. So what we do is we attack in with the Nether Spite Historian, get it down to 3. We Shadow Madness. Oh, we can't do 4+5, though. Never mind. Do we just Drac OP? Oh, I thought we had the extra mana. Never mind. That's not nearly a good enough Dragonfire Potion. We could still do the Shadow Madness attack. I feel like we're in a good position almost no matter what we do. The only thing is I don't like the idea of giving our opponent like complete control of the board here, which is what we're going to do. Let's just do the Discover. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Pain is actually really good. Silence is okay as well. Let's get rid of this big thing here. And all of a sudden I like our board. I'm going to save the Power Word Shield. I don't think there's any real need to throw that out right now. We are a couple cards ahead on draw, but I don't think that's going to really come into play in this game. Oh, I really like these games, though. Maybe Holy Nova now? Holy Smite, that's fine. Whoa. I have never seen this card. I must have missed this card during my reviews. I've never seen that before in my life. Well, that's okay. Now we can clear the board basically no matter what gets played. Shadow Visions. So our opponent, this deck, I'm expecting to have Pint-Sized Potion. Oh, that is awful. That is awful for our opponent. I mean, this is, yeah, it's kind of whatever though, right? Silencing Malagos doesn't do much. It's still a 4/12 you can't kill, buddy. Which is okay. And now the question is, do we want to play our Primordial Drake? And I'm going to go ahead and just say yeah. At this point, I really feel like there's no need not to just clear and heal. And these are a couple 4-attack minions that Priest is not going to be able to deal with. Although, like I just said, this deck that we're playing against does run Pint-Sized Potion. Well, that's unfortunate, but we're going to ignore it and go face. Can we do shenanigans? Can we do shenanigans? We don't have pint size here. We need our Lyra for that sort of thing. Do we want to draw any more? Yeah, we can draw one more. This has already got silenced once, right? It's unfortunate. That's okay. We're in an okay position now. I don't want to deal with this like attack heal thing. I'll deal with that next turn. Because now this is going to attack and get healed and who knows what else. Oh, healing face. That's neat. Lyra, here we go. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Attack, heal, Dragonfire Potion, go face? That's okay, right? Dragonfire Potion clears off the second half. We are now forced to save the second Dragonfire Potion for the potential N'Zoth that might come. Because we have seen one of those Shell Razors and then one Cairn. Okay, so this might just be N'Zoth. Which is okay, because we got a Dragonfire Potion for it. No dragons for that. Do we want random spells right now, is my question. We could deny that draw, but really, do we care? I feel like we do want to throw out the Lyra now. Has our opponent played a Pain? Our opponent has not played a Pain? Have they? They played a Death. I'll send out a Radiant Elemental. Just to kind of empty the hand a little bit as well. Ooh, we were at 10. Whoa, good thing I did play a card. Whoops. Oh, Shadow Madness. On a good card. That's unfortunate for us. Okay, so we correctly identified the we correctly identified the N'Zoth Priest. That's really cool. I think we're in a really good situation though. Onyxia, no, I want Draco P. And I want another 4. And then this is a decent enough death. This has potential to do bad things though. That's okay. I want to keep Malagos more than anything else. I can't afford to play the Northshire because our opponent would just mill us like crazy. And I can't afford to get milled right now. This is fine. We clear the board right now. How do we do this? This one is going to go into here. Oh, no, wait. This one is going to go into there. After, who do we want to take the 2? We'll do this. Then we shall a Dragonfire. Oh, no, we can't do that. Genius. Genius. That's okay. We're fine. It really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter either. Oh, that's so silly. I should have been able to kill that one now. Oh, that kind of stinks. Do we want to keep this alive or that alive? These or that? What could we possibly discover? We could discover death. 2 + 1 only gives us 1 mana, so there's nothing we can take that would be good. Oh, that's completely my mistake. I still think we're fine and we're going to end up in a good position. They both take 6, right? Yeah. And then I'll just heal here. Do we play the elemental? It's okay. I think we basically outlasted the majority of the threats from our opponent's deck right now. If our opponent has a... I was going to say that the really bad thing right now would have been... Oh, that's terrifying. That's just scary because it could be good value. Oh. Unfortunate. And unfortunate we already played our Cabal, a Shadow Priest. Okay. Okay, I was going to say, we have lots of more things we can do here. We were definitely going to Shadow Madness that one in. Okay, everyone, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoy these priest games. I'm going to try playing them a whole bunch more. I am going to continue to mix in the Elemental Shaman, though, just because it's my baby. And I kind of... Everyone keeps saying online it's not refined, it's not the greatest, it's not strong. I think it's great. And if and when we have time, we will make it to Legend with it just to kind of help show that. Not that other people haven't already done it, but, you know. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I hope you enjoy these. Hope you're enjoying Ngoro as much as I am. Keep your stick on the ice. Hit that subscribe button.